Hey there everybody, it's me Kathy. I promised you guys a Super Bowl snack and I know I'm a little late getting it done, but I hope that I get it out in time and do it. I plan to do a dish called poutine. And surprisingly enough, everybody I told that I was gonna do that, they said, what's poutine? Well, poutine is a Canadian dish. It's French fries topped with gravy, topped with cheese curds. And on Cape Cod, where I moved here from, there was a restaurant that used to serve what they called chowder fries, which was kind of a, Cape Cod take on poutine. And what it was French fries topped with clam chowder, topped with cheese curds. So we're gonna do poutine two ways today. I'm gonna do it the regular way, and the Cape Cod way. And the reason I'm doing it the Cape Cod way is because I had the base for a corn chowder in my freezer that had been there for a while. So I took it out, thawed it out, brought it up with some cream and made corn chowder out of it again. So instead of clam chowder, we're gonna have corn chowder poutine. So anyway, poutine two ways. Here we go. We're gonna start by melting some butter in a saucepan. This is for our gravy, for our poutine. Now, I wanted to do, since the minute my air fryer arrived at Christmas time, I've been wanting to do this. So that's what put the idea in my head. And today I'm finally doing it. Okay, butter's foamy. Now we're going to add some minced shallot and garlic. To which we're going to season with salt. Not too much because we're using beef broth, and pepper. And we're going to soften this down and we're going to make our gravy. While those vegetables are softening, we're going to make a mix of chicken and beef broth. And I like to do that in a jar so I can shake it up. To which we are going to add some Worcestershire sauce. And looks like I made a mess. And a little ketchup. This is going to give our gravy, our poutine gravy, a little bit of tang. And that's gone in. I'm going to put the cover on, shake it up again. And this is what goes in after. Okay, as you can see, our vegetables, our shallots and garlic are cooked down nicely. We're going to sprinkle in some flour. Now we're going to want this gravy to be thick, so it doesn't just make soup out of the French fries. So we're going to put quite a bit of flour in, probably 3 tablespoons or so, and make a nice thick roux. And yep, it's going to be thick. Our flour is all incorporated, as you can see, and it's like a paste. And we're going to cook that for about 3 to 5 more minutes to cook out the starchiness of the flour. Then we're going to add our stock. Ready for stock. And it's going in. Because this is so thick, the texture is so pasty, I think we might need a whisk to get this guy started. Ordinarily, I would just stir it with a spoon. But we want to get those pieces incorporated into this gravy. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, those clumps are all incorporated in. And if I find any more, I will pick the whisk back up. But we're going to cook this over medium heat to the boiling point. It's going to take about 10 minutes or so, and we'll see how thick it gets. Okay, we're there. You can see it's at the boiling point. I've actually turned the heat off at this point, but it's perfect consistency. Let's just take a little dipper and show you. And nice and thick. And I can't wait to eat these. Here's our corn chowder, all heated up and ready to go. I thickened it up pretty well because this is the application we're using it for. Okay, it's time to build a poutine. And we have some crinkle cut French fries that we are going to place in the basket of our air fryer, which we're going to spray pretty heavily. Dump some of those bad boys in there. Gotta do 2 kinds, so. And I don't want to make them too far ahead of time because then they're just going to sit around and get soggy. So French fries are in, and gravy. Now we're gonna pop them in. Let's see, we're gonna go 370 for about 10 minutes. See how we go. We're about halfway through. We're gonna give these a little flip. Looking good, getting crisp. We want to make them nice and crispy so they stand up to that gravy. Okay, going back in. Here they are, all crisped up and browned up. And the first thing we're going to do with these, we're going to do the gravy ones first. Transfer these to a bowl. And I'm going to put just a little bit of the gravy over top. And toss them up. Coat them. And now we're going to transfer them to a plate. And put a little more gravy over top. Here are our cheese curds. We're going to pop those on top. Right over here. Okay, this is our traditional poutine. It's beautiful and it's going to be delicious. And we're going to do the chowder fries now. Our timer's going off and it's time to do our chowder fries. So, here they are. Because this chowder is very thick, we're gonna skip the whole tossing part. And we're just gonna put the chowder over top and get rid of that grease. Ew, ew, ew. So, here's our chowder. We're just going to spoon it over. And top with our cheese curds. Plop, plop, plop. I should have used different color cheese so they showed up better, but I don't know if cheese curds come in different colors or not. I have some of that hoop cheese, I could cube that up. Anyway, there are our chowder fries. And now we've done poutine 2 ways. Thank you for joining me while I had a little fun playing with my food. The chowder fries, the poutine number 1. And chowder fries. And happy Super Bowl Sunday, and we'll see you again soon. Oh, and by the way, if you want my corn chowder recipe, it's on page 4 of my website, www.culinarylyyours.org. Or you can just buy some or make your own recipe, anything you want to do.